Welcome back to Fame Unfolded. I am your host, Ethan. Today we are looking at the wildly expensive and totally crazy lifestyle of the famous music star Jay-Z. From cars that cost more than a castle to a house that costs more than a whole town, we have a fun list to explore. Let us dive right into the madness. 10. Solid gold rocking horse. $600,000 kids love horses. Grandpas love gold. But wait, a rocking horse made of solid gold? That sounds incredibly heavy. Jay-Z bought this solid gold rocking horse for his daughter for $600,000. If a regular kid falls off a rocking horse, they might bump their knee. If you fall off this horse, you might break the floor. It was made by a famous Japanese jeweler. Imagine trying to move that thing when you vacuum the room. You would need a forklift just to clean the rug. And honestly, it sounds a little cold on the bottom. I prefer soft, fluffy horses, but when your dad is a billionaire, your toys are heavier than a refrigerator. Do you think she actually played with it? Or did she just look at it while eating her snacks? Either way, it costs more than most houses. 9. Dowdy. Barclays Center Nursery. $1 million. Now, when grandpa or grandma goes to watch a baseball or basketball game, they might buy a hot dog and sit in their seat. But Jay-Z is a huge sports fan, and when his daughter was little, he wanted to bring her along to the basketball games at the Barclays Center in New York. But what if the baby gets bored? What if she cries? Well, Jay-Z rented an entire super fancy nursery right inside the stadium, and he pays $1 million every single year just to keep it. Yes, you heard that right. $1 million a year for a playroom. It is stuffed with so many toys, it looks like a toy store exploded in there. Meanwhile, when I was a kid, my parents gave me a coloring book and a broken crayon and told me to sit still. This baby gets a $1 million VIP room. It just goes to show, being Jay-Z's kid means even your timeout corner is fancier than a hotel suite. 8. Darts Prom Braun Armored SUV. $1 million, $1 million for a car? Yes, but not just any car. This vehicle looks like a tank mixed with a spaceship. It is called the Darts Prom Braun and it costs $1 million. The outside is made of super strong materials like Kevlar. If a dinosaur tried to bite this car, the dinosaur would lose all its teeth. It is completely armored and probably alien-proof too. Jay-Z bought this because when you are that famous, you need a safe ride for your family. But imagine taking this massive tank to the grocery store to buy milk. You would take up 3 parking spots and terrify the person returning the shopping carts. It has giant wheels, huge windows that do not break, and a giant engine that probably drinks gasoline like a thirsty elephant drinks water. It is safe, sure, but sneaking up on someone in this giant metal beast is absolutely impossible. 7. Bugatti Veyron Grand Sport. $2 million. Have you ever tried to run really fast? Maybe to catch the ice cream truck? Well, this car is faster than any ice cream truck on the planet. Beyoncé, Jay-Z's incredibly famous wife, bought him this magnificent Bugatti for his 41st birthday for $2 million. Let me tell you, when I turned 41, I got a pair of socks and a cake with my name spelled wrong. Jay-Z got a $2 million car. This Bugatti is one of the fastest cars in the entire world, boasting 1,000 horsepower. That means it has the power of 1,000 real horses pulling you down the street. If you blink, you might miss it driving by. But honestly, where do you even drive a car this fast? If you go to the supermarket, you will arrive before you even leave your house. And do not even think about driving it over a speed bump, because this car is so low to the ground, a single peanut on the road could probably cause a traffic jam. 6. Hublot Big Bang Watch. $5 million. Most of us use our phones to check the time, or maybe a simple watch we bought at the mall. But when you are Jay-Z, checking the time is a serious, sparkly business. For his 43rd birthday, his wife gave him a custom Hublot Big Bang watch that costs $5 million. Why is it so expensive? Because it contains 1,282 diamonds. It took a team of master jewelers 14 months just to put it together. That is over a year of people squinting through tiny magnifying glasses, hooling shiny rocks to a clock. Imagine wearing $5 million on your wrist. What if you accidentally wave at someone too hard and the watch flies off into a bush? I would be terrified to even wash my hands with it on. You ask him the time, and instead of saying it is 2 o'clock, he just blinds you with the glare from his wrist. It is so shiny, astronauts can probably use it to navigate in space. Hello, friends. Ethan here. Are you enjoying all the sparkly, heavy, and extremely expensive stuff? If you're having fun, please hit that subscribe button right now. It costs $0, which is much cheaper than a solid gold horse. Give the video a big thumbs up and join the Fame Unfolded family. We have so many more fun stories to tell you. 5. Maybach Exalero, $8 million. Now we are getting into the really crazy money. This is a car that looks like it belongs to a billionaire superhero who fights crime at night. The Maybach Exalero costs $8 million, making it one of the most expensive cars in the world. That means if you lose your keys, you cannot just call a guy to make a copy. This car is massive. It is black, it is super sleek, and it weighs a ton. Jay-Z actually showed off this amazing car in the music video for his song Lost One. It is so long it looks like a boat with wheels. Imagine parallel parking this gigantic machine. You would need someone standing on the sidewalk waving orange flags just to guide you in. And if you get a scratch on the door, a regular mechanic will not be able to fix it. You probably have to send it back to a secret underground laboratory. $8 million for a car, and it does not even have cup holders for your chocolate milk. 4. Rolls-Royce Boat Tail. $28 million. If you thought $8 million was a lot for a car, hold on to your hats. This car is called the Rolls-Royce Boat Tail, and it costs an unbelievable $28 million. Why on earth is it called a boat tail? Because the back of the car literally opens up like the deck of a fancy boat. When you push a button, the trunk opens like butterfly wings and reveals a giant luxury picnic set. It has a tiny refrigerator to keep your drinks cold, fancy crystal glasses, and even a built-in umbrella that pops up to give you shade while you eat your sandwiches. It is a $28 million picnic basket on wheels. Imagine pulling up to a park, pressing a button, and suddenly your car turns into a dining room table. Only 3 of these cars were ever made. I just wonder what happens if a bird flies over and poops on your $28 million picnic. That umbrella better be really strong. 3. Bombardier Challenger 850 private jet. $40 million. Have you ever been stuck at an airport? You have to wait in long lines, take off your shoes, and then sit squished between 2 people who fall asleep on your shoulders? Well, Jay-Z does not do that. Beyoncé bought him his very own private jet, the Bombardier Challenger 850 for Father's Day, and it cost $40 million. It is basically a flying mansion. Inside, there is a living room, a full kitchen, and 2 bathrooms. 2 bathrooms in the sky. I am just happy when I get a tiny bag of pretzels on my flight, and Jay-Z is flying around in a luxury apartment in the clouds. He can travel anywhere in the world without ever standing in line. He probably tells the pilot to fly around in circles just because the seats are so comfortable. Next time you are waiting 3 hours for a delayed flight, just remember, Jay-Z is probably taking a nap in his flying living room right above you. 2. Bel-Air Estate, $88 million. Now let us talk about where Jay-Z actually lives when he is not flying in the sky or driving his picnic car. He and his family bought a gigantic superhouse in Bel-Air, California for $88 million. This house is so big it has 6 different buildings on the property. It has 4 swimming pools. Why do you need 4 swimming pools? Can you swim in all 4 at the same time? No. Maybe one pool is for Monday, one is for Tuesday, and so on. The house also has bulletproof glass windows, a massive garage that can fit 15 cars, and a basketball court. If I lived in a house this big, I would get lost trying to find the kitchen. I would need to leave a trail of breadcrumbs just to find my way back to my bed. And imagine having to vacuum all those rooms. They probably have a whole army of robots just to clean the floors. 1. Malibu Mansion, $200 million. Finally, the most expensive thing on our list. You might think $88 million for a house is wild, but Jay-Z recently bought a massive property in Malibu for $200 million. The house is made completely out of concrete and took 15 years to build. 15 years! That means someone started building this house when I was still learning how to ride a bicycle. It is right on the edge of the ocean, so they get the most beautiful view of the water every single day. The house is so perfectly designed it looks like an art museum. I am pretty sure if you drop a potato chip on the floor in this house, an alarm goes off. $200 million is so much money, if you stacked it up in dollar bills, it would probably reach the moon. It truly is the ultimate rich person playground. Well, folks, that was it for today. We looked at so many shiny, expensive things, my eyes are tired. Here's a little joke for you before we go. Why did the rich man throw his clock out the window? Because he wanted to see time fly. Ha. But seriously, Thank you all for watching Fame Unfolded. If you had a good time, please check out our other fun videos on the channel. See you next time.